Every day you survive is a success. Here's how. Thank you for deciding to join me and spend your time with me today. Since the dawn of humanity, survival has been our most basic and urgent goal. Our earliest ancestors faced constant threats, harsh weather, wild animals, scarcity of food. Every day was a fight to stay alive. They developed tools, built shelters, formed communities, and learned to adapt to an unpredictable world. These struggles weren't just physical. Survival meant protecting hope, spirit, and the fragile sense of meaning in life. What's remarkable is that even though we live in a world vastly different from that of our ancestors, the core challenge of survival hasn't disappeared. It's hidden beneath the surface of modern life in invisible ways. We no longer fight saber-toothed tigers, but we face social rejection, emotional pain, mental battles, financial pressures, and the crushing weight of uncertainty. These modern struggles are just different forms of the same fundamental fight to keep going, to stay whole, to find peace. Survival isn't just a fact of history. It's a living, ongoing reality that shapes everything we do, even if we don't always notice it. Life does feel cruel, filled with injustice so many times that sometimes we may forget if there's a light even hidden for us. If there's a light hidden in the corner, and if it ever considers jumping at us from the corner. You might not have the worst life. You might have a decent life. You might have the most painful life, filled with cruelty and injustice. It doesn't matter what your life is. This message is literally for everyone and anyone. Life really can feel overwhelming. Why, when you try your hardest, does life often come up with injustice, humiliation, or suffering? Why do so many beautiful and powerful souls within seem to be so invisible? This world is full of contradictions. It also with restrictions and certain laws. Life is like a jungle or wilderness. When you don't know if you're going to meet a friendly and loving animal, or if you're going to encounter a beautiful plant of some sort, if you're going to be devoured in the wilderness by something hostile. There are so many things that are simply out of our control. The only control that runs is the illusion of control many times, in many examples. Not always, but in many examples. Yet we have our moral principles, we have rational and logical skills. However, many times we decide how we would never expect. We can try based on what we know, what we value, or how we think. Yet the results are in huge contrast. Sometimes it can result beautifully, sometimes it can result terrible or with injustice or humiliation or pain. Life is like a wilderness. Life is like a game where you spawn and now what? You may ask, what even is this? We know so little about our space, our universe. How did the universe come to existence? How did time come to existence? What is behind the universe? What is beneath or above the universe? What is conscience? We ask, what even is this? Where are the answers? I want to share a message and explain why and how. Exactly every day you survive is a tremendous success and victory. And why you should feel proud and truly acknowledge that. Because surviving is not just about existing. It's not about just going through the emotions or ticking boxes or pretending everything is okay. It's the quiet strength inside you that refuses to give up, even when the world feels unfair or too heavy to carry. Every day you wake up, every day you face your fears, your pain, your doubts. That is a victory, a real, hard-earned victory, even when no one else sees it. Even when it feels like no one notices your efforts, even when you cry behind closed doors or pretend to be okay in front of others, the fact that you keep going is massive. Even when the world doesn't clap for you, even when you don't have the answers, even when you feel like giving up, you're still here, still standing, still breathing. That is one of the craziest achievements you have to be proud of. So let me put it this way. Imagine life is like a game. Not the type where you get all the answers and perfect control. It's more like a wild, unpredictable, sometimes frustrating game you never really signed up for, but you're in it. And in this game, every single day you survive, you earn a point. That's it. Just surviving, waking up, making it through your thoughts, facing your pain, doing your best, or even just existing while it hurts. That's a point added to your score. And you don't lose your score when you mess up. You don't lose it when you fall apart, cry, isolate, or feel broken. Your score keeps going as long as you keep going. That's the beauty of it. So when you look back one day, you realize, wow, I survived 50 days I didn't think I could. Or 100 or 1000. That's a high score, that's a legacy. It means you've made it through battles no one saw. You fought invisible enemies, anxiety, grief, loneliness, hopelessness. And you're still here. That's something most people don't even realize is heroic. And you didn't have cheat codes. You didn't get to pause the game. You just kept pressing forward for days that felt like a glitch, for levels that made no sense. But you're still playing, still standing, still scoring. And the thing is, this isn't a game where you get trophies for style or perfection. You get them for endurance, for showing up, for surviving the storm without losing your soul completely. So don't ever think you're behind. Just because someone else looks like they're winning. They might be playing on easy mode. You might be playing on nightmare difficulty and still moving forward. Makes your score even more impressive. Now you might ask, so what's the deal with the score? It's not about views or money or some shiny proof you made it. It's about dignity. Like that core part of you that doesn't give up even when everything feels like hell. It's the quiet kind of winning. Like surviving days that try to break you. Still being here. Still breathing. Still trying, even when it hurts like crazy. That's the real success. That's the score. It's not loud, nobody claps for it, but it's there. It's when you know deep down, damn, I kept going. I didn't let life turn me cold. I didn't let the pain take away who I am. That's what I mean by the score. It's how you carry yourself even when no one sees the weight. The heroism in just getting through it. Every day you survive, you add to it. And no one can ever take that away from you. That's what matters in the end. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with me and what I've shared. You can check if anything else is worth your time on this channel, but you don't have to. And I can't wait to catch you soon.